folks, welcome back to another Farming Simulator 25 video and some exciting news today. There is a new Giants blog about precision farming. Precision Farming 3.0 is on the way to Farming Simulator 25. It's due to be released on the 8th of May, so only a few weeks away. We can expect to see some gameplay from Giants next week. Excitingly, they have included some new features with precision farming, which is really good because I was hoping that they weren't just going to recycle precision farming from FS22, and they haven't. So I've taken the blog and I've distilled it into some PowerPoint because I find it quite hard to read the blog sometimes. So let's have a quick look. As I said, coming on the 8th of May, so not too long to wait. The new features that we are getting as part of precision farming: tram lines. Some of you will love them, some of you will hate them. I think it depends on the region that you're from and the type of farming that you do as to whether you see tram lines in the real world or not, and therefore see the point of them. I think maybe they're more of a European thing. They are certainly very crop specific, and therefore maybe depending on the region that you're from, you don't see them. Certainly where I'm from in the UK, pretty much every field you will see, apart from root crops, will have tram lines in. So I'm really pleased to see this coming as a Giants feature. I won't say base game because you will need to be running the precision farming mod, but that will mean that they'll be more easily accessible on console, because traditionally they are not so easily accessible on console. On PC, you would use something like Proseed normally to put tram lines in. So yeah, really excited and pleased to see this as a feature of precision farming. The next one, which is really quite a good one, I think, and nice to see it coming to the game, is if you use cover crops like oilseed radish, there are now subsidies in the game. Obviously, quite often something like OSR is not really used a lot in the game. I very rarely use it because it's not really worth the time. You might as well just put down, particularly if you've got a larger farm and you've got animals, it's often just quicker, easier to put manure or something on the field than to plant oilseed radish, wait for it to grow and cultivate that crop in. The idea of precision farming is that, and kind of a more TerraLife-like approach, is that you would put a cover crop in to help with soil health and maintaining the soil, and to encourage that, they're going to give you money to do that. And what I like about this is it opens up a mechanism in the game that if you plant a certain crop, then there can be a financial benefit. There's certainly in the UK, there are lots of schemes where if you plant a particular crop, the government might pay you to do that because they want to incentivize it for some reason or other. Agree with it or disagree with it, I think this is a really interesting mechanic to be bringing into the game, not just for precision farming, but for other things that could make use of it. So I think this is a really cool thing. The next one, pulse width modulation and section control. So in FS22's precision farming, we had something a little bit like this for the slurry systems, where it would make it much more uniform as to how slurry was applied. They brought in the non-homogeneity of things like slurry, and it seems like they've kind of done that with sprayers now, and then they've added in a way to make it homogeneous again. So in the picture on the right hand side, you can see that without pulse width modulation, you get non-uniform application of spraying, but then with it, it brings it back. It's kind of cool. And then they've brought section control in so that if you're, so you don't overspray essentially. And there's new equipment that comes in with precision farming that can have that built in, or it can be retrofitted to existing stuff. So the fact you can retrofit it, I really like. That was something that was, hopefully it's something that you can just enable, because with older versions of precision farming, it was really quite difficult to add that. Sometimes you had to go into not just the XML, but the i3D sometimes. and that was really quite complicated, and it was reliant on good modders releasing updated mod packs. So if that's just something that you can enable in kit or retrofit something to add it to it, hopefully really good. So the new features I'm really looking forward to be honest. I'm certainly the first two. I think the first two add a lot of potential with precision farming, and I'm really pleased that they haven't just churned out previous versions of precision farming. It's nice that every time they've iterated a bit. That said, we are seeing we're seeing what we knew before as well. So we're still seeing, and if you're new to Farming Simulator, precision farming brings in a level of complexity and a different type of farming. I'm not going to say realism, but yes, realism, but it's a different way of doing farming that maybe doesn't reflect how, if you're an older farmer and you used to do farming, you might not see it as more realistic, but it's a more modern approach to farming. I'm going to put it that way. So it brings in different soil types. That is real. You know, where I live, the soil is very heavy and clayey and claggy. So there are 4 different soil types. Those require different types of fertilization and different liming, and they produce different yields. Some crops grow better in some and worse in others. So you have to sample the soil to find out what different soil you have in your fields. There's an environmental score that provides you with bonus income depending on how well you're doing. And that's based on your fertilization, your weed control, how you do weed control. So whether you use mechanical weeding, spraying, whether you use the see and spray technology, they annoyingly preferentially weight towards John Deere's see and spray technology rather than things like mechanical weeding. And how you do your planting, so whether you plow or you can game that a little bit, but it weights more towards direct drilling basically. It gives you some nice breakdowns of economics that it adds in, and yield maps and things like that. It adds in really nice features, crop sensors to help you with your fertilization and things, and it adds in variable rate seeding and fertilization and liming and that sort of thing. I hate playing without precision farming. It adds in a really nice bit of depth and in some ways simplicity, in that you can do your fertilization in a single pass if you choose to. I really like it. You can choose, it can make gameplay more simple or more complex depending on how you want to do things. And then also with the new version of precision farming, we get some new machinery. So there are 6 new machines. Only some of them have been named. So we're getting a new John Deere sprayer, we're getting some new slurry equipment. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce any of those, and we're getting some new kit from Trimble. And I think we've had Trimble in the game before, but we're getting the Weed Seek 2, which is a bit of kit to retrofit onto your sprayers to help with the see and spray technology. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to precision farming. For me, this brings back one of the things that's missing from FS25, from FS. I've been playing FS22 still, partly because it's glad precision farming. It has other mods that I really like and miss. So it has the farming agency TerraLife mods as well, but that's a whole different level of complexity that most of you probably don't like. But precision farming coming back is awesome. It's a mod, remember, not a DLC. So you'll be able to download it for free from the Giants website. Download it from the Giants website, not some scabby third-party website. Get it from Giants. It's free. There'll probably be a game update when it comes out as well, or around when it comes out, to add in all of the support for all of this stuff. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm sure I and other content creators will be doing a whole load of content around how it works and all that kind of thing. If you want to get an idea about how it works, because a lot of the existing features sound like they're going to be similar, you could go back and watch some of my FS22 precision farming content, get ahead of the game, and yeah, can't wait. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button. Comments, questions, suggestions, stick them below. I'll see you next time. Bye.